Okay, we are now live. So we have Royal Roads University tonight. So good morning in the Philippines. If you're from the Middle East, it's actually morning as well in in the Middle East right now. And if you're watching from Canada, good evening here in BC. So we have RRU, Francisco and Justin from Apply Board. So we're going to talk about the programs. We're going to talk about Vancouver Island, what's going to be the student life in Vancouver Island, and also like what's going to be the life after graduation, right? So, Francisco, tell me about yourself. What do you do? How's your life?
Well, life is good. I'm here also in Victoria, where the university is located. So I am a representative of Royal Roads University. I've been doing recruiting for 3.5 years now.
Wow. Wow. So
Yeah, I met.
since 2022.
Yes, that's right. Since
Yes.
2022, I've been supporting students and bringing amazing people to this island.
So are you born and raised here on Vancouver Island?
No, I've been living here in Canada since 2020, so
Oh, so
4 years ago.
you also immigrated.
Yes, I immigrated
Really?
here, and I'm originally from Peru in South America.
Oh, wow.
I lived for a while in Spain, then
Mm-hmm.
went back to Peru, and then we wanted to just go abroad. So we haven't been to this part of the world, so we decided to come to Canada, which is a wonderful place to live and enjoy life.
So did you study as well when you first came here?
Well, my partner did. I came more
Oh,
to work, and my partner
yeah.
came to study. So she was the one that studied here.
Oh,
Hmm.
you're the one who worked like 2 to 3 jobs, probably.
Yeah, 2 to 3 to 4 sometimes. You know how it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that, it's going to be that this conversation will be coming from experience as well and your expertise on helping international students that are interested to go to a university here in British Columbia. So now, like Justin, do you want to tell me more about Apply Board? What do they do to help international students? It's time. It's your time to shine. Plug in the Apply Board.
Thanks, MC. Hi, everyone. I'm Justine. I'm the International Recruitment Manager at Apply Board, and I work with SLE to bring international students to Canada. So we are a tech platform who we have like over 1,790 institutions around the world. And we have achieved last year 1 million students to study abroad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not just in Canada, right? It's
Yeah, not just
around.
in
Okay.
Canada. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm really excited to talk about RRU because of course I'm biased because I live here as well on the island. I love living here. So I moved here. So you moved here, Francisco, 2022? Am I correct? To
Yes,
Vancouver Island?
yes. Do you know how I moved here? Because
Yeah, how?
we Google before we Google in Canada. We love Canada, but we Google where's the place. And since I come from a country where the weather is a bit different than Canada,
Yes.
especially in the winter time, so I Google where is the place in Canada where the weather is more mild. Where's the mildest weather in Canada? And it jumped Victoria, Vancouver Island. So, okay, we're
Yes.
going there.
You know how I found this? It's through my partner. And then because he's not from here, he's from Germany. And then he went here on a holiday visa.
Hmm.
So he went here to Vancouver Island first. And then he studied in Nova Scotia. And that's where we meet, right? And then And then when we were like moving, we moved to Toronto, and we didn't like living there because it's just so busy,
It
right?
is.
And
It is.
then we were like, okay, let's move somewhere else. And then he told me, okay, let's move to this like island. It's like big trees. It's so beautiful. And then I just trusted him. Okay, let's go pack our things. And then we went straight here. And since then, I never went to any places in Canada. We stayed here. We bought a house. We're living here. We love it here.
You did good.
Yeah, I was I was in Victoria for like 2 years.
Hmm.
So I lived there too in Victoria, and then I moved to Nanaimo, and then I moved up north. So like it's really nice weather. The
It
people are
is.
nice, very
And
laid back,
MC,
right?
do you mind if I share where exactly are we located
Yes, you can
in my
start
screen?
like playing the video
So
now.
before what you see on the screen here is a part of the campus. Is
Mm-mm.
actually a beautiful castle that you see is not from AI. It's a real castle that we have on campus. Nowadays, you don't know.
Yes,
So
true.
the grounds are so nice. Perfect place to study if you like a peaceful environment, serene
Yeah.
environment. Not so much
Yeah.
if you prefer a party environment. It's not.
Yeah. So that castle is very famous here on the island. It's a touristic destination too, right?
It is. It's a national historic site. We receive many tourists besides students,
Mm-mm.
and there's no surprise that we also offer a master's in tourism and a bachelor's
True.
in tourism because of
Mm-mm.
that reason. Yeah, and if you see here on the map, we are located. This is that big chunk of land is actually Vancouver Island
True.
on the west part of Canada, and we are so close to Seattle, so close to Vancouver, the city, but the island is big.
Yes. It's
How
almost
long
like the
is it,
same
MC,
size.
from where you are to our campus
So
driving?
from because I live here from the other end of the island. So when I drive from here, it will take me like 6 hours. 6 hours drive to uh your place. Oh, yes, Victoria. So
It's a big island.
it is a big island, and it's like almost like the same size as Nova Scotia, right?
Mhm.
Which is like another province here in Canada. Like it is big.
Or the Netherlands or Taiwan.
Also, like Francisco, people thought that it's snowing here on where I live because
Mm.
it's like 6 hours away, but it's not snowing here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like the whole island, like there are like some parts where there are like some snow, like in Mount Washington or sometimes in Campbell River, but
Mm.
for the most part, it's not really snowing.
We don't really get much snow
Yes.
here. Yeah,
Yes.
it's rare.
Very true.
Mhm.
Okay.
So let me show you just some. It's a short film of
Yes.
the campus.
Yeah. So while we're playing that, we can talk about this um the castle. Is that where you filmed the um like Wolverine or something or X-Men? The
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah. You know what, MC? X-Men was filmed here.
Yes.
Also, Deadpool,
Oh yeah, Deadpool. Yes.
The Descendants.
Oh
Like
really?
so, and let me tell you, I haven't watched Deadpool. Like I've
Yes.
already watched Deadpool now, but before when we bring students and students were doing some poses in front of the castle, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, and they were doing the Deadpool pose actually, and it's pretty
Ah,
famous.
oh, okay. So basically, like the university should also have a master's degree in digital media because it's it's a very famous spot
It
for
is.
Hollywood.
It's a film set as well as a university. It's a magical place, I'll say.
Yes.
And yeah, well, we have a master's in communication, and that's the closest we have to a film school.
Yes. So we have here the information about Victoria. So if you're not familiar about Victoria, right? It's the capital of British Columbia because they thought it's Vancouver, but it's not.
Vancouver is the
It's
biggest city, but the capital is
yes.
Victoria. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the reason we have many job offers from the government here on the island, because Victoria is the capital. So many levels of government are based here in Victoria.
Mm-mm.
So this is a good source of of a job market for our students, actually. Hmm.
Yeah. Epic. So when I came here, it took me like 2 weeks to get a job. So before moving here, I applied for a job and then I got the job before I arrived. So if you guys are like inside Canada, you can do that if you're interested to move here.
Yeah, absolutely. And MC, not everything is about a castle, because sometimes people ask me, "Hey, will I study in the castle? Is the castle haunted?" And you know what? I can't lie,
Yeah.
because the castle, actually, Royal Roads University, Hadley Castle, is the portrait of a book
Mm-mm.
which name
Mm-mm.
is Most Haunted Places
Oh,
in British
really?
Columbia. Yeah. I've never experienced anything paranormal in the castle, but guys, you're not likely studying in the castle. You're probably gonna
Yes.
studying in a building such as the one you see here on the right hand
The
side.
Sherman
Modern,
Gen
the
building.
Sherman Gen. Yeah,
Yeah.
modern buildings, modern classrooms. The castle is just for special occasions, special
Yes.
events. Yeah, more like that. And if
It
you
would be
allow me,
nice to
just to show you like some data of the university. So we
mm-mm.
are a small public university.
Mm-mm.
The campus is big, but we are a small university still. It's a really nice environment for international students. Our classes are quite small, around 35 students, and you
Mhm.
stay with those students your whole journey with us. So that's
Mhm.
pretty good. Imagine you're coming from other country, you want to make friends, you want to build your network of professionals, of colleagues, of
Mm-mm.
right, and this is a good environment to do it. And this is mainly a university focused on master's degrees, graduate
Yes.
studies. Hmm. So this is
Th-
a university for the professionals, the working professionals, and that's why most of our students are in the range of 30 years old all the way to 45, even 50 years old, depending on the program, depending on
Mm-mm.
the circumstances.
So you have bachelors, right? Which we're gonna talk about it in a bit, like the programs. Is that gonna be the next slide, Francisco?
Yeah, we can jump to the programs right away.
Mm-mm.
I wanted to tell you a little bit about the education model, like very
Okay.
shortly, how
Mm-mm.
it is, the student services that we offer,
Mm-mm.
so people know like what kind of support they have, and then we can jump into the programs.
Got it.
Hmm. So mainly in Royal Roads, what you will find is real world challenges and
Mm.
experiences. So it's a very hands-on university in that sense. People don't believe it because we also do research, but it's so related. And this is because like most of the programs were made by industry professionals with the
Yeah.
input from the industry. And as I was saying, cohort model means you stay with the same cohort since the first day until your last day at the program. It's something
Mm.
very, very good, I think, for international students. And
Mm-mm.
it's very interdisciplinary. So you can make projects with topics such as communication, but also mix that with tourism or business. So you can kind of build your own when you're doing projects at Royal
Mm-hmm.
Roads. And yeah, that's the idea. We are into leadership. It's our main component, actually,
Mm-mm.
leadership. So that's in short words, that's an overall of our model at Royal Roads. Hmm.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for diplomas, so you won't find it here at RRU. You might better off go to Comosan College. But if you're a mature student, you have bachelor's degree, you have experience already, um, RRU is going to be a suitable school for you.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Especially for international students, we are more into masters because those are the programs that we are offering on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's a very supportive environment for international students. I have many friends that are also students at Royal Roads, and they have access to student engagement, especially Department of International Student Services, Recreation Center, you see here on the screen, right? Financial aid and awards. There are many you can
Mm-mm.
apply, consultant services, career learning and development, which is so important, right? When you want to get a job, you want to get ready. Sometimes it's different. Me coming from a different country, right? It's so different to apply for a job here in Canada than it is in South America, than it is in Asia, than it is in Middle East. So
True.
yeah, so those are the main services that we're offering for students in MC. I'm going to show you like what programs do we offer or are we offering on campus.
Yes, because you you will be visiting. You might be visiting the RRU website, and then you will get confused because you might end up in a program that is not available for international students. So for us international students, we are um, allowed to take on campus program, and that would be eligible for the postgrad
Mhm,
work permit. So
mhm.
I remember, Francisco, when I asked RRU, what if it's a blended program?
Mm.
And RRU said that it's not eligible for the PGWP. Am I correct, Francisco?
Yes, yes, that's correct, MC. I mean, if all of our programs like online blended are open to anyone, but if a student is looking for a post-graduation work permit, it
Mm,
must be a program that says on campus, and it's 100% on campus. At least at Royal Roads University is that
yes.
way. Mhm.
Okay, so hopefully that's clear, guys. So you want to share your slides? Do you have a slide for
Yes,
programs?
and the programs that we are offering at the graduate level are the programs that are on campus, are the programs that
Mm.
you see here on my screen.
I got it here.
So
Just
we
one
just
sec.
have this handful of programs.
Mm.
These 5 programs that you see here on my screen are the programs that
Yes.
you can apply. Hmm.
So maybe we can touch on each, and then
Absolutely.
if you guys have any questions, you can like drop it here in the comment section. And again, if you're interested to apply, I will drop it here where you can contact us. Here, 1 second. But yeah, let's start with business, which is like
Yeah.
I think the most popular, right?
It's what, yeah, all the 5 of the programs that we offer are quite popular, to be honest. And so, yeah, but I love to start with business. We are offering the Masters of Global Management. We have 3 intakes, one in January, then May, September. And you will see something that is quite interesting, that the duration of the program is flexible. You see here, it could
Mm-hmm.
be 12 months all the way to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
And this is because of the flexibility of our programs. So students can choose between a project or more coursework or an internship. So depending on that, the duration will extend or will concentrate in 12 months.
Got it. Just to remind you guys, so 12 months, that is okay for single applicants, but if you are bringing your spouse, I would recommend the 18 months because
Yes.
there's gonna be a new rule coming up. It should be 16 months or longer if you are
Mhm.
going to bring your spouse. So just a reminder. Let's touch on the requirements for the Masters of Global Management. So what I like about the programs here is they have January, May, September. You know, like if you miss May, then you can still apply for September. Not unlike
Yeah.
in other universities, it's only like September, then you have to wait for another year. You know? So what about the requirements here, Francisco?
Yeah, we're talking about a bachelor's degree
Yes.
or equivalent to a 4-year degree. And we typically want to be average.
Mm-mm.
And also, we require 2 years of professional work experience that is
Mm-hmm.
related to the topic of the master's. In
Yes.
this case, business is quite wide, right? So, yeah, anything related to business. And that's pretty much what we require.
Mm-mm.
I would love to share with you, MC, and I think it will be quite interesting to take a peek at a
Mm.
class that is happening right now at Royal Roads. Like, how does that class looks like? Where
Really?
are people coming from? What industries they are from? How many years of experience? I have that info. I would love to share with you.
Really? Do you like if it's okay with you if you can share it maybe after or you do want to share it now?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I have it in a couple of slides. It's quite easy to share with you. So this is the class of
Ah,
2024.
yes.
People coming
Wow.
from 14 different countries in this class of the Master of Global
Yes.
Management, and they have experience all the way from 2 years to 15 years of experience. So
Yes.
as I said, you will be sitting in a classroom with people with extensive experience, which is quite rich.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wondering where these people coming from, they're coming from engineering, business, marketing, military, IT, many
Mm-hmm.
sectors.
Yes.
This makes the class so rich.
Yes. And also that's like the feedback from my student as well who's like attending RRU right now. When I asked her when I did like the campus tour at RRU like last month. She said that like their I think their class is like very diverse, which is good, right?
And we love to keep it diverse. It
Yeah.
makes the environment much more complex and great. Just a great environment for anyone.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, many outcomes from the Masters of Global Management, such as business development. I listed a couple because I knew you wanted some of this, but there's so many outcomes in supply
Hmm.
chain, in marketing, and in operations as well.
So
So
it really
consultants.
like yeah, because like that's why there are like so many people take the Masters of Global Management because it's not like very specific or tied to one industry. So you can use it I think like
Plenty of opportunities in
yes.
many areas. Yeah, in many areas, and especially here on the island where there are many opportunities in different sectors such as technology,
Mm-hmm.
also many startups that it's quite interesting to work in startups,
Mm-hmm.
and positions in different levels of government as well, in positions in tourism, where we're going to talk about a master's in tourism later. So yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tourism, maybe we can move on to the tourism.
Let's jump to tourism. Sure. We
Yeah.
also have three different intakes: April, August, and December. This duration is fixed in 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and their requirements are similar: a
So,
bachelor's with a B average or 4-year equivalent degree, and two
mhm.
years of experience that is directly related to the topic of the master's, in this case, hospitality or tourism. And of course, like, you can find many opportunities in the tourism area, especially here on the island. The island is such a touristic place, people don't believe it, but we got last year over 300 cruises in
True.
Victoria. We have resorts, we have the Tofino area, which is a
I
recreational area,
know.
beautiful place.
Yeah.
And there's so many opportunities here. You don't even have to go to the mainland to get opportunities in tourism.
Yes. And like Francisco, what I noticed when I was looking for a master's in tourism, I feel like it's only RRU. Like I don't see this program to other universities.
Mm.
Like if I search it on Google, it's just RRU. So if you're like in tourism sector and then you need a master's degree related to the program or related to your experience, masters in tourism management will be a great fit for you.
The university has been doing this program since the beginning, and we have so many connections with Destination Victoria,
Yeah.
um, but also with tourism products and customer expectations. The
Mm-hmm.
students will learn to navigate the changes in this environment and using their leadership skills. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like many field trips, and they will learn from guest speakers. It's such an interesting program. It's so cool, and everything happens here on the island. It's so interesting.
Yeah. What's the
So
next program?
the next that we are offering is a master's in environment and
This
management.
one. This is
Oh,
like
this
kind of like
this
confusing.
yeah. Well, let me clarify it. So BC is it's renowned for everything related to environment, right? And there are so many positions
True.
now available in this field. So in this master's, the student will learn to navigate sustainability practices,
Mm-mm.
and with a mix of management and mix of management of environmental management, climate policies. So everything related to environment. You don't have to have a bachelor's in environment. You
Mm-mm.
can have work experience in something related to the environment, to
Mm-mm.
climate change, to sustainability, and be able to make it to this master's.
So most of the graduates of this program, where do they work in the island?
Yeah, well, they work whether in companies in the areas of social responsibility, environmental management.
Oh,
So
got it.
companies that are big enough to have these areas, they
Mm-mm.
require professionals with this background.
Probably like forestry companies.
Also forestry, that's like more
Yeah.
specific, for sure.
Fisheries.
Fisheries, forestries, yeah, like even the oil industry, like
Yeah.
has an impact. Everything that has an impact on the environment, right?
True.
Like you are in a position here where you can advocate, that you
Mm-hmm.
can like move things right to make it
Mm-mm.
right in terms of the environment and climate policies.
So let's say I have like bachelor's in engineering. Can I Do you think I will be
you
eligible or
you
no?
you will have to have good professional work experience related to this masters. So if you
Got
have
it.
a bachelor's in engineering but you're working in a company in a position that you oversee things related to the environment,
Mm-mm.
that's a good profile, and I will
Okay.
definitely recommend you to apply to this masters. We have
Got it.
lawyers here, and we have lawyers that were working in a position related to climate change in a company, the position related to
Oh,
social responsibility and the environment, and this masters fits perfectly their profile.
got it.
So this is a
Okay.
program that starts in March. It's a
Mm-mm.
2-year program, requires as the others a bachelor's with a B average and 2 years of relevant work experience. It could also be a volunteer experience.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some of the profiles that I got like from our alumni is people working as environmental project management
Mm-hmm.
and or sustainability consultant
Mm-hmm.
or a policy analyst. So those are a few of the positions that you can get here. Also, we have a good percentage of our students working for the government
Yeah.
because
Oh,
there are many
definitely in the
positions. Yeah.
government. Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting program.
Yeah. Let's jump to the next one.
Okay.
So we have the Masters in Global Leadership, and
Yeah.
leadership has been uh, in Royal Road since the very beginning. We
Mm-mm.
were before being a university, we were a military college where
Oh, really?
yeah, where actually the Canadian Forces top officers came to Royal Roads Military College back then to get
Wow.
training in leadership. So
Oh,
since the very beginning,
got it.
we we were into leadership, and we keep and maintain those relationships with the forces. So
Mm-mm.
there's no surprise that you will find classmates that are in the Canadian Forces actually taking a program
So,
of leadership.
what's the difference between like the admission requirements for this versus the
This is a
global management?
this is a little bit higher
Mm-hmm.
because we require, as usual, the bachelor's degree with a B average. But in this case, as this is a leadership program, we
Mm.
require 3 years of professional work experience at a leadership position.
Got it.
So you have to be in charge of a team, right, of
Yes.
a project, which involves different stakeholders. So you
Mm.
have to be a leader already. You're just coming
Got it.
to polish your leadership skills here and become a better leader. But you are a leader already.
Yeah. So basically, if you're already working as a director or a manager, then this would be better
Or a project
program than
manager
the
also.
other one,
Mhm.
right? The
Or
masters
you're
in global
leading a
management.
volunteering program also could be like it's kind of open in that sense, but you have to be leading something because you will develop leadership skills here,
Yeah.
like such as collaboration, adaptability, or systems thinking. It's so cool. Such a great program.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so if you have the experience, this is a terrific program for you. Usually the people that get into this program is people that are not in business and they have it clear that they don't want to do an MBA, but
Oh,
they want to do a program that is at that level, not business related. They come to the Masters in Global Leadership.
got it. Okay. That's a good point. Like if you don't want to like let's say is there like accounting program here too in the leadership?
Nope.
What would be the courses like for example for leadership like global leadership?
Hmm. Yeah, they
What
have courses such as working in complex global systems,
got it.
managing difficult relationships, which
Oh
is a
god,
course I
that's like
would love to take.
HR.
It is. Indeed, it is. Community development.
Mm,
It's related to those topics with
okay.
leadership abilities and how to work with other people and complex environments. Mhm.
Yeah. So, like for global management, you have like marketing, finance, like
Yeah,
a little bit of international business, But
absolutely.
yeah, but this is more like for people,
Mhm.
working with people.
Yeah, leading
Now
people.
I can see the difference.
And now we can go to our last program.
Yeah.
So this one is a little bit different, MC.
Yeah, this one I'm also confused with this.
Okay, that's why I'm here. So the Masters of Arts in Intercultural and International Communication. This is a program that is quite unique to Royal Roads because the requirements are a bit different. We are targeting here not the typical working professional, but
Yeah.
someone younger, or
Gen
or
Z. You're
yeah,
looking for
Gen
Gen
Z,
Z.
or could be also someone
Millennial.
that is in a different career and they want to pivot into something different. We had students here that were coming from finance, and
Okay.
then they didn't want to do finance anymore. They
Uh-huh.
were tired of finance. I spoke to two guys that with this profile, and they say, okay, I want to change. I want to do a big change in my career, and I want something that's open to the marketing field, PR,
Mm. Mm.
communication, to be more close to digital and social media. They find
Uh,
an amazing program in this masters in communication, because we don't require professional experience related
yeah.
to the program.
Okay, so anyone can apply as long as they have bachelor's degree and they wanted to change career and they wanted to be in. This is more like marketing, the Master of Arts and Intercultural and International Communication. Is it like more like in marketing?
It has a strong marketing component,
Yeah.
but also the intercultural component, which is quite interesting. The strategic approach to media, public relations,
Yeah.
in many fields. Like I've seen students doing projects in sports, in health, in even in environment, but it's related to communication, the way the companies communicate things. So it's very interesting, very wide, and you can get a job like pretty much everywhere, right? With a degree in communication, because so many companies they're using, and they need professionals with this background.
Mm-hmm. So overall, you have like five, is it? Am I correct? Five or
Five,
six?
just five,
Five master's
five
degree.
masters. Yeah.
So just to recap, they have masters. Maybe you can go back to the. I think you have like a slide with all those like
This one.
yes. So we have in business the masters of global management. They have in tourism, master of arts in environment and management, communication, and then the last one is global leadership. So you can like check out the website and check on the program. And if you need help, guys, I already left the link here in the comment section, and you can connect with us. And then now I wanted to like dive deeper into the admission requirements because I have like specific questions for you,
Sure.
Francisco. So first one, maybe before we move on to the
Hmm.
requirements, it's like the tuition fee.
Yeah.
So it's around like 37, 38. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's
For the whole program.
we have an average of 40,000. We are talking
Mm.
about Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
40,000 Canadian dollars per the whole program. The whole
Yes.
2 years together, 40,000.
That
That's
includes the
kind
books.
that includes the books. That includes like pretty
Yeah.
much everything
Yes.
in those 40,000 altogether. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
can it varies between the programs, of course, but that's kind of the average you're expected to
Do
pay.
you have a slide talking about requirements specifically or
Yes. Yes.
yes?
We can go to the admission requirements
So if
slides.
yeah, so if you guys have questions in admission requirements, drop it below. Otherwise, you can connect with us.
Mhm. So for most of the programs, you will be required to have a bachelor's degree or
Mm,
a comparable 4-year degree with a
mm-mm,
B average, with the exception of the one in communication, which we don't require a minimum score. And talking about work, with the exception of the program in communications, we require 2 years of professional work experience.
mm-hmm.
Except the program in leadership, which requires 3 years of experience in leadership, and the program in communication, which requires no previous experience at all.
Yes.
And as per English requirements, we typically require an IELTS 6.5 or its equivalent. It could be a TOEFL, it could be a Duolingo English test.
Yeah, I think for Duolingo it's 115 or
Yeah,
120.
it's 115 overall
Yeah.
with a minimum of 110 for literacy, comprehension, and conversation, and 115 for production.
So you guys can do that. You just have to practice, watch Teacher Look in YouTube. I always recommend Teacher Look.
That's really good,
This is not
isn't it?
sponsored by Teacher Look, but I always recommend Teacher Look to my student if they're gonna take like Duolingo. And you know, some students they're so scared to take the English exam, and
Yeah.
then it will take like 3 weeks, and then they will get like 140. Like
Wow.
we only need 115, but that's good. It's 140, so you guys can do it like
That's
Duolingo,
good.
and
That's
it's a
good. And see, there's also many other ways to make it to the English requirement. We have
mm-mm,
pathways with almost all of the big English schools here in Canada.
mm,
So you can take pathways with ILAC, ILSC,
mm-mm.
VGC, and we also have our own international pathway program at Royal Roads.
Yeah,
If you want to be
got it.
immersed in this beautiful, like, look at this beautiful environment that I have at the background.
Yes.
Since the very beginning, you can do it. The most popular one is the latest level, which is the university academic preparation.
Mm-mm.
It's 3 months, and you require an IELTS 6, and it's a terrific program. And I have one good thing that maybe prospect students will love is that if you're taking the program in communication, remember the master's in communication, you can get up to $3,000 discount in in this level of university academic preparation.
Oh.
hmm Because there are components that are shared between the communication program and the university academic preparation. Communication components such as presentation skills.
Mm-mm.
So they are sharing the credits. So why
Got
not
it.
giving a discount because they are already learning things, in both.
That's true.
It's common ground. So we are giving a discount. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. But I also have like a question about the flexible admission.
Sure.
So when you say flexible admission, let's say they don't have bachelor's degree, they can still apply, correct? Or let's say, oh, I did not meet the B average, they can still apply,
Mhm.
correct? Am I correct?
So we've been talking about standard admissions, the
Mm-mm.
standard way of applying to Royal Roads, but we also offer something that is quite unique. Remember, we are a university that mainly focuses on working professionals.
Yeah.
So as such, we are offering this way, which is the flexible admissions way,
Mm-mm.
where people can apply if they don't meet the standard admissions, such as
Mm-mm.
what you said, right? A bachelor's degree or a B average. Those
Mm-mm.
are not rare to Royal Roads
Mm-mm.
because actually 30% of our students are coming through flexible admissions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And usually those are the ones that perform the best
Very
in
well.
class
I do
because
believe.
it's such a unique opportunity.
Mm.
And we love to have those students at Royal
Mm-mm.
Roads.
Yeah. Like for example, my program before when I was in college, I was young and then I took nursing, and nursing is hard. To get like B, it's so hard. But then I have experience in management already. So I'm a good fit under the flexible admission, correct? Because I have experience in management. And
So
if like even though I don't have the B average. Am I correct, Francisco?
people might be wondering, like, how do I get into Royal Roads through flexible admissions, right?
Yeah.
Am I the right profile or not? And the thing is, yeah, like we will focus more at the admission process in your work experience
Mm-mm.
than the academic part.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I mean, if you have the experience that is related to the program, usually we require more experience for those coming through flexible admissions.
Mm-hmm.
So usually those have a profile such as managers or directors. They have extensive experience in the field and good reasons to take that master's.
I have
That's
another
usually the profile.
I have another question for you, Francisco. I notice you don't have GMAT here.
No,
So you guys don't require GMAT.
we don't require GMAT for the programs that we offer. No,
Okay, take note of that, guys. No GMAT.
no GMAT, and we focus more on the professional experience. That's why we require it in
Mm,
most of our programs.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, guys, if you have any questions, again, you can connect with us. I have the link in the comment section. And this is your chance to ask question directly from RRU, Francisco. Is there anything else that, oh, okay, after graduation, mostly what do they do? Like the alumni?
Well, or whether they are working already, which is
Yes.
typically the case. Um, that's I will say that's 90% of people or more. Like they are already working and they're like eager to keep working, to keep doing their thing, to grow here in Canada, to
Mm-mm.
or to get a better job, to jump into a different job, right? Because they are in part-time position, they want a full-time. But most of them they are already in good positions in their area because the programs prepare them pretty well for that, and also the professors are so committed. And as we were discussing, it's such a small group, 30 people, 40 people, right, in a classroom, that you really have that opportunity to get
Yeah. And also, like, if you're here
and
in Vancouver Island, again, Francisco already mentioned that you have more opportunities if you're looking at working at the government, right? And it's not just Victoria. You can go to Duncan, right? Which is like, I think that's an hour and a half from Victoria. You can go to Langford. You can go to Nanaimo, which is like the next. Is that like the next big city here on Vancouver? And like Nanaimo would be the next
Nanaimo.
one.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then after Nanaimo, you have Parksville. You have like Comox. You have Campbell River, and then you have Port Hardy. Like there's so many places here that you can work depending on what program or what field. Again, tourism. I would say this is the best place for tourism. I would say for like people that wanted to be working in tourism, and again for like government entities, right? And like what I noticed too, Francisco, like some people here, they also work in a company in Vancouver remotely.
Yeah,
So they're based here, which is like the cost of living is, I think, 20 or 30%
it's
cheaper.
it's cheaper mainly
It's
because of rent. Yeah,
cheaper cheaper to live here, affordable. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but if you compare it to Metro Vancouver, it's way cheaper, but still
actually,
expensive in Canada.
I have some information. I have some information here. Well, it might be because of the
Yeah.
weather or because it's such a nice place to live. And yeah, sometimes people are
Mm.
wondering like, how much does it cost, right? And to have a better understanding, like how much does a liter of milk cost here, like,
Do
or
you have a
or
slide there? Do you have a slide like, oh, here?
uh,
Wait.
I have it on the screen. Let me.
Yeah, got it. Here.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Oh god, that's like very specific.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I love apples, so I put like let's put 1 kilogram of apples. I don't know if that's too much or not, but
Yeah, the apartment seems like very accurate. Yeah, 1,800 or
yeah,
2,100. like in Victoria. That's
This is
true.
Victoria. It gets cheaper if you get out of Victoria.
Langford.
The university is located in Colwood. Colwood is
Yeah.
about 15, 20 minutes driving from downtown Victoria. So it's not
Yeah.
that far at all, actually. And you
Yes.
can live here in Colwood. It's a bit cheaper. You're close to
Yes.
campus. You know what
Y-
we have in Rare Roads? Next to the main gate, there's the Galloping Goose Trail. So you can bike pretty much everywhere.
I walk there. It's hard, Francisco. There's like a hill.
Oh yeah, that's why I got an assisted e-bike.
Yes, you need an e-bike. So like guys, if you visit the university, it's a big university. I mean, you have like a building there, right? But then if you want to like go around the university, it's pretty big. Okay. I think I saw like a garden there as well, Francisco, like a
But we have,
pond.
yeah, we have four gardens. We have one of
Yes.
roses, one Japanese garden, and what else? We have the wall garden,
S- And
Italian
then
garden.
I noticed like there's a bus. There's a bus that goes inside the university. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're right. You can take public transportation, and it's also included in your tuition. You will get the pass like as part of
Mm,
it. And yeah, there's a bus coming to campus. I've seen many students
mm,
biking to our campus.
mhm.
It's a great city to bike. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah. And
it
it's nice to
doesn't.
bike.
It's nice to bike. Doesn't snow. It does. Yeah,
Mm.
it rains. Not as much as Vancouver rains, but you can bike. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think we touched about the cost of living already. What else? I think we already covered it.
Most
Most
of
of
it.
it. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, again, you can connect with us. I have the email address down there, moving down there.
Mhm.
And oh, how about the awards? I saw the awards. So
Yeah, I was checking the slides and so like, yeah, maybe this is the last one, right?
yes.
So the application fee is 136 with 39 Canadian dollars, but if you apply with MC, right, you get a waiver
Yeah.
code, special waiver code. So your
Yeah, through
application
apply
costs zero
board. Mhm.
dollars through Applyboard.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an amazing thing to do. You get advice and also you get a discount. So
Mm-hmm.
this is terrific. I recommend all students like to get this advice in and get the
Yeah,
waiver code.
so what we do guys with you is, let's say you're gonna apply. We have to like assess your profile again, like different program. It will fit like a different student,
Mm.
and then we help you as well because you have to prepare a letter of intent. You have to ask for a recommendation letter. So so we're here for you to have a seamless, a smooth process while you're applying for the master's degree. So you're not like stressing out, oh, what should I do? How do you do this? So I have the link already if you need help. But how about the scholarships, Francisco? Can they apply before admission or once they're enrolled already?
Yeah, there are a couple of entrance scholarships, but they have to apply first. This is remember this is a public university, but we also try to have competitive prices for international students.
Mhm.
So tuition for international students is quite competitive overall. So that's why we don't offer like um, lots of scholarships in that sense. But what we offer are like good scholarships that are on the range between $500 all the way to $10,000. It really depends on different factors, right? And
Mhm.
and we have a department that you can go and see all the scholarships available and check what scholarships are good for your profile.
Okay. I think we covered everything. Thank you again, Francisco, and of course, Justine, Apply Board, for arranging this session with RRU. And if you guys have any question or you're interested to apply at RRU, you just have to comment, or you can connect to the link that I sent in the comment section, or you can email us at advisor@steadylivexploreca.com. And we'll have the recording of this podcast episode in Kwentong Filipino Canadian Podcast. And also, it's going to be on our YouTube channel, Steady Live Explore CA. Dot, yeah, at Study Live Explore CA. Yay! So thank you again, Francisco, and thank you, Justin. And goodbye, everyone.
Thanks so much. Thanks,
Bye.
Francisco. Thanks, MC.
Bye, Francisco.
Bye bye. Thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Good night.